So I am cleaning out all the propolis from the frames to make putting them back much easier. So when I'm going to do the manipulation of the honeys, the frames will be able to come out and go back in real easy, and it's not a problem to clean it, as I would show you just now. Here it is. You have to clean all the surfaces, take off all the propolis from all the edges, all where those bees are putting the propolis, even on the top bar and the bottom bar. You see down here have some pieces, you need to take that off as well. And that propolis will be used to put in soap, or you could make tincture. Easy like that, man. So you see, we have a wonderful day today. Wonderful sunshine. Clouds looking real nice. Sky is blue. So I'm underneath the workshop here, trying to clean up all these frames, all these boxes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again to go. And I need to sort them out. And this is what I'm doing. I'm getting them ready like this. See, they don't have anything in there that would cause the wax moth to get into it. But I have a recipe for that too. So I'm looking through it to see if I see any beginning of wax moth. Like you notice here I have a little cobweb there. So all I will do is take some water and soak them, fill the holes with water, and that will kill any larva or even the wax moth themselves if they get stuck inside there. And leave it there for a couple of days. Then I could always shake it out and put them back into on the colonies. Yeah, man. So while things are going on, I am working here as well. Party everywhere, like nobody observing, or at least trying to observe the measures put aside for us to follow. Anyhow, I'm working at home. I don't need to have to quarantine at all. Okay, and you see over there I have quite a bit of coconuts to grate and turn into coconut oil when that time comes. Yeah, man. So I'm glad you passed and checked me to see what it is up to. Alright. In all, make sure that you could do that thumbs up as well, like and share, ring that bell icon, subscribe. Get an email address if you need to, so that when I send you the Good Bees video, it will go directly in your inbox and you wouldn't miss out a thing. Yeah, man. Tell a friend. They might wonder what it is you're doing for the weekend, or what you might be doing now that the end of the year is here. You could show them my channel, and they'll be able to see what I'm doing. I might be able to do something similar. You never to know. Alright, folks. Yeah, man. Right here at a good honeybee yard, beautiful Caribbean island, Trinidad. See my 5-finger tree over there? It looked like it wanted to get ready to flowers again just now, you know. Alright. Okay. Bye for now. 33 degrees Celsius. 51% humidity. And 35% of cloud cover. 3 p.m. today, Sunday, and December 27th, I think. Having fun again, as I always do. I'm looking at the way the bees are flying out here at this point in time, and as you can see, they seem to be doing very well. A lot of activities going on, and even right here, I hope they don't come at me as I'm filming. Anyhow, I'm pleased to see that they're this active, and this assures me that recovery is very much on the way. Yeah, man. If only that incident didn't take place, could you imagine how much smiles I would have? So I'm just making this little video to show you the kind of activities we have here today. Okay. Oh boy, and it is smelling wonderful. Still have some soap vine out there. It seems that the bees are doing their best. Alright, folks, you've seen it right here from the good honeybee yard. Beautiful Caribbean island, Trinidad. Yeah, man, I can't be more happy at this point in time. I wouldn't want to go and try to block the entrance or anything to make a video, but as you can see, and this is not orientation flight here. If you watch good, you'll notice that these are coming in with their bellies heavy. They sometimes missing the landing board. Alright, so let's continue with the cleaning of the super frames and boxes, and leave these bees up to it. Okay, laters. Yeah, man. You see all that propolis that is sticking out there? We have to clean it on the top of the frames and at the side of the box, the edge. And we would use this as an ingredient in the soap. All this propolis, I want to use it to make tincture as well. See, it comes out very easy. Once it's cold, it becomes brittle and hard. But when it's warm, it gets sticky and gummy. So that's one way I do it. And you could flip it around to do the underside. The underside usually would have plenty propolis as well. And that will cause a space in between the two boxes, so you need to clean it out. So it'll have more, it wouldn't have so much space. Yeah, man. As easy as that, eh? You see, the thing is, if you don't clean it out, you'll create a space between the two boxes. See, like this one here. If you look at the underside of this one, you will see, look at how thick that propolis is there. And that is because every time you take up the box and you put it back down, you create a little space. And the bees now will come and try to close up that space because they need to have inside the colony there at 94 to 95 degrees. So by taking away that space, you're actually helping yourself and helping the bees too. Yeah, man, that's what we're talking about. So with that done, we could now move on to doing the frames, the individual frames. So I'll just sweep it away and collect all this propolis. And we'll be able to utilize it to the fullest. Alright, let's start to work on this one here now. Work on the frames themselves. I'll do that in another video. You'll be able to see it a little more. So I just wanted to feature that so you'll be able to see it clearly. Now the thing is, what I was saying is, when you put on the other box on top like that, you see now this box will be fitting flush. It has no space, right? But if it is, you keep doing that all the time, the space will widen, right? So the bees will fill their propolis. Also, what is going to happen is on the inside, where you have the frame from the box coming down on top, this one here, it will make that frame have an even wider space. And the bees will grow comb, or they might propolize the hole on top of the frame there. And you don't want that, because that is making the bee space a little too high or too wide. So you're hitting 2-3 birds with one stone, man. In that case, 2-3 bees with one stone, or one hive tool, as the case may be. Yeah, man. So I will sit down here and scrape out all these edges like that. See, my hand was getting too much propolis, so I had to put on the gloves. If you find your hand getting too sticky, put on the gloves to do the job. It's not hard, you know. Well, the propolis is hard, but doing it isn't hard. It's fun work, man. Okay. So that's the way I do my stuff here at the Good Honeybee Yard. TTFN. Okay, another thing that I do is any frame that I find that have the beginning of a wax moth, you see right there, it have a little sort of cobweb sort of thing there. It may have a wax moth larva inside there. So what I will do with frames like these, I'll come by the standpipe and just fill it with water. So all and any wax moth that plan to emerge from anything inside here will get drowned. So just like that, I'll fill all the holes on both sides. You can't just do one side and leave the other side in. Just fill it up with water, and that will kill any wax moth inside there and leave your comb intact. So whenever you're ready to use it, you can just shake out the water and put it on the colony. They will clean up the rest and you're good to go. Yeah man, simple and easy. You could leave it anywhere in the cool, and if you find that the water like sort of dehydrating because of the heat or whatever, you could just refill it again. So that could last quite a while, sometimes the whole of the rainy season, depends on what we're doing. That could stay like that, and around this time you shake it out, which is December. So if you do that like in June, you could keep it there until December, and you shake it out, put it back on the colony, and the bees will clean it up and you're off and running again. So I only find 2, 4, 6, 7 of them so far that's showing signs of possible wax moth. Yeah man, that's another recipe for you. Alright, laters. What happened there, right? Right here, what's going on? My colonies and them were badly affected by poisoning recently. And all my colonies boil down to this size. I'm going to be doing a small little simulation here to show you what I plan to do down in the back. All those colonies are now down to 5 frame nook in population strength, strong, and I have a little recipe I want to put into effect to bring these bees back up to the numbers. So this is what I'm going to do right here. As of now, most of the entrance is like that. You need to come a little closer. So the entrance is open to that 2-inch space, and the colonies are just 1 brood and 1 super. I'll carry it down in the back there just now and you get a better idea. But this simulation I'm doing here is just to show you what I plan to do to get these bees back up to strength, and hope that no more poison is being placed or wherever the case is. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll put you sit down here for a little bit so you could see my little antics I'm planning to do there. Right. I have all these boxes, all these supers that I need to prevent the wax moth from going into them. Right? So this is a recipe I use when I run into a situation like this. I will take a super, And just a minute, hold on. I need to show you this first. If you notice, all my inner cover has a 3/4 inch hole. And what I would usually do is I would put the solid feed, the liquid feed, and if by chance I want to do protein patties, I will put it in that container. So I'll have 3 containers. Most of the time I don't put in any protein patties. I just use the liquid feed, and I put the straw inside there, the coconut husk, so that the bees wouldn't drown. And this here is the solid feed, and at the bottom of the solid feed you will see it is saturated with honey. So when the bees try to get down to that honey, they would ingest they will take up all this the sugar. They will bring in water and melt it, and be able to assimilate that. However, what I have here is I would have a box on top like that, and then I would have an inner cover to prevent any rubbing, right? So I don't want no bees to be rubbing, so I cover it with the inner cover, and then I will put the telescopic lid. Right now, with what has happened recently, what I'm going to do is I'll do something a little different. In that, I will take one of those supers and just rest it on top here, on top of the inner cover. You see me what going on there now? Right. I think you could see me right away. But just in case, let me give you see if I can give you a better seat here. Right? How that looking? Yeah, man. Right, so I'm using 9 frames, so I'll make sure and space out the 9 frames properly, so that when the bees begin to deposit the nectar in there and turn it into honey, I will have no problem in extracting it. I don't put in 10 frames in here unless it is like a foundation, right? Then the next thing I will do, after I put the super here, which I want the bees to keep for me, I will put on another inner cover. Or in this case, this inner cover working as a 2-purpose. This inner cover is a triangle bee escape. Right? So what I did, I blocked the hole with a little piece of foam. The three spaces that the bees will pass. I blocked it with that foam. And it also have a 3/4 inch hole. So, with the super on top like that, I put in the inner cover or the triangle escape there, and I use a piece of tin sheet to block that hole there, or I could use the feed itself, right? If I feed in, to block the hole. Now in this case I will be feeding because I want the bees to leave down here and come up to keep this super from getting wax mud. So once it have the feed on top there, the bees will come up there to clean it, to take up the feed, and they will clean the frames as well. They'll keep it clean. So I could put solid or liquid. Then the next thing I will do, I'll cover that down so that it won't have no rubbing. Put on that in a cover. Right? Angle yourself, man. And then I'll cover it down to the top with the telescopic lid. So what you will have happening there now is the bees will be able to keep this section here, the brood and the super, at the 94 to 95 degrees. And the second super is the one that I want them to keep until such time when they could occupy it. And then I have the feed on top, which will encourage them to go up there to keep it clean. And in this case, what I have been doing over the years is I could have 4, 5, 6 supers for that one colony to keep clean. I'm using this scenario now because of the poisoning that I got recently. But if I do have poisoning, but I have supers that I want the bees to keep, this is the recipe I use. Sometimes you have a lot of colonies and you have a lot of supers. Instead of using mud crystals or any kind of other method, I try to go natural. You see, once the bees could go up there and get that feed, they will keep 4, 5, 6 supers clean from wax mud while they're tracking going up and down. Now there's another thing that I can do, which is, let me show you right here. I do it sometimes, you know. Whenever I find that, you see, like I was going through the boxes recently, and I noticed that there were some beginnings of wax mud where they're making the cobweb. So what I do, I fill all these frames with water. The ones that I think that wax mud may get into, I fill them with water, all the cells, and I will put it somewhere in a cool place under shade so that, you know, it will keep safe. Yeah, now seeing this piece of thing here. This is the same print sheet from the newspaper print tree, you know. And what I did was I passed it through the mill and I was able to get the hexagon pattern on it. And I have been using this piece of sheet must be about 30 years old, you know. You dip it in wax and you put it on the frame and the bees will work it. Okay, so I want to show you now what happens when I take out these frames. When the time is right, and you take out the frame, it will still have water in it. All you need to do is to take your frame, turn it like this, and shake out all the water. See how the water come out? Right? You could shake out all the water. The frame would be intact. The combs will be intact. And you see, this is the reason why I use this. I put water in this frame. You see those little cobweb kind of thing there? From the time I see one little piece, I know it will totally get wax mud. So this is the recipe that I use for doing that. And it works well. If the water dries out, you could always put more water in it. So yes folks, that's my little recipe for getting this thing going back, building it back up. I hope you could learn something from this. Alright, so coming back to you in another video pretty soon. Don't forget, like and share, subscribe, ring that bell icon, and tell a friend. So I have all these here to do the same thing with, and we'll come back to you in another video. Yeah man. And so we continue. This is just to show you what the bees are looking like right now. The colonies are right now starting to build back up, and a lot of activity in the air here. You see these two down here so badly affected that they're down to just the brood box, and they seem to like building up, you know. Right now I could smell a lot of that, the remainder of the soap vine in the air. They're also coming in with pollen too. It's 11 a.m. right here at the Good Honey Bee Yard, Tuesday, December 28, 2020. Yeah man. You can see the activity in the air. Yeah, they're trying their best. So I have to do my best now to assist them. And normally they will be stinging me by now, but because they're so weak and they're so busy, they don't have time to study that. Especially this colony that I'm featuring right here. They're very stingy. Okay, so let me get out of the way and let me continue what I was doing just now. This is another weak one. See how small the entrance is? So it seems like 3 from this side, and to the other end 3 from that side. You have the 2 colonies, like they're more badly affected than anybody else. Anyhow, yeah, observing them, they're doing well man. And I put some of the supers that I extracted over there so that they'll rub it out, and the other set of supers that I'm working on, they rub out that already. So this is what I'm left with to start back. I have 2 months to get them up and running. Towards the middle of February, these bees supposed to be ready for that rubber in March. So I have a lot of work cut out here for me to get these bees up and running. Yeah man. I noticed the younger colonies, the younger queens, are the ones that more badly affected. The other bees are much older. The queens are much older. I don't know if that'll have anything to do with it, but that's my observation. This colony here is taking in the feed pretty good, so I didn't take off the box that is covering the feed. I like how they going down onto the solid feed, so I just left it there. But when I come back, I'll have to take it off, because I'm working to get all of them up to production strength all at the same time. And the sound that they're making right now, I know they're busy like that. They're working, they're working. All right, so that's my little seppi that I'm going to use, and I give them a new water trough, you know, water well. But it seems like this one here leaking. This is a cover that I use, and it looked like I didn't close up the bottom part of it properly, so I'll have to fix that. And I need to put in some more stone in there, so it will be above the level of the water. Yeah, man. You see they're checking it out already. They love that kind of thing. So let me just go and fix this and come back. What I could do, I could put all this stone up inside here and see why it is this other one is leaking. Okay, so you see they could come and sit down right here and get the water rather than going on the edges. Somehow or the other, this cover seems to have a hole, but it's not supposed to be dry. Yeah, man. Let me see what they will do now. Okay, TTFN.